Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you, and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. And here it is. Isn't it beautiful? I used some more of that Garden Lane paper. I have one pattern left I haven't used. And I did the inside and the envelope. Join me in the craft room, and I'll show you how. For today's 10-minute creation, I'm going to be using Floral Essence, specifically this image. And I haven't put it on the block because somebody shared an idea that I want to share with you. So I'm going to show you a good tip. I'm using my greeting from Itty Bitty Greetings, my typical A Little Hello. All right. I am using the Garden Lane DSP, and it's this side that I haven't used yet. This piece is 3/8 of an inch by 5.5. This one is 1/2 by 5.5, and this one is 1 1/4 by 5.5. I have a scrap of Whisper White to do my stamping on. I have Whisper White that's 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside of my card. My card base is Garden Green, and it measures 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have my envelope. I picked it up at the same time. I'm using the Seasonal Layers Thinlits dies, specifically the scalloped edge. My inks are Crushed Curry, Rich Razzleberry, and then I have my punch that goes with the image. All right, first thing I'm going to do is stamp and create my flowers. What was explained, and it made perfect sense to me. I'm cleaning this off because you'll see why in a minute. When you pull this off of the backing, it distorts this image. So what you want to do is you want to once you take it off, set it face down on your mat. Now you have to have a clean surface because if there's anything on there, it's going to pick it up. Let it rest for a minute and then pick it up. And it doesn't distort your image, but you have to be careful because I've got glitter on here, and so I was wiping like crazy so I didn't get it on my stamp. All right, so with that, I'm going to do some off stamping because Rich Razzleberry, I love the color, but it's just a little too bright. So I'm going to off stamp so I get a softer color. And as a hint, if you stamp with the one petal up and 2 down, you will always have your image lined up for your punch. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to take, and before I do that, I'm gonna stamp my center, and I'm gonna go full strength with this. This is Crushed Curry, just to give it some pizzazz, so to speak. All right, now I can punch. I'm gonna do those first, and I need my 1/2 inch punch. I thought this was open, so that's why I didn't get that punch. Oh, guess I need my other 1/2 inch punch. This one has just about had it. I do have another one just to play it safe. All right, now we can punch our petals. And this is easy because it lines up really easy. All right, and then to give this a little sparkle, I'm gonna do my leaves, or I should say my petals, with my Wink of Stella. get one of my others. I've got like 3 here that are getting down to the bottom. And this will cause your ink to bleed some, but that's okay because it just gives it a hint of color. And I like that. You can get the same effect using a paintbrush or an aqua painter, and after you stamp it, go over it. You don't get the glitter, but it does bleed the ink. All right, and one more. Just so it has some sparkle. I'm going to put those upside down, get that ink to come down to the bottom. I'm getting down to the bottom of some of them. Okay, now let's put these together. I like to use a glue dot to put them together. And if you take, you have to kind of center it. And if you put one petal up, 2 at the bottom, for the other one, 1 down and 2 up, it goes together very well. And then I'm going to add my center. All right. 1 up, 1 down. And let me make sure that one, yeah, it's okay. I didn't know if the punch had messed up the edge on it. Okay, and I got to do the center of my flowers. So I'll pull out my Wink of Stella and do that. This one has, one of them that I have looks like it has some yellow into it. That happens. All right, I'm going to set those aside. I can get rid of that for now. And the next thing we need to do is we need to take our edge, our scallop edge, and you want this right next to the bottom. And you have to kind of line it up and then run this through your Big Shot. I've got my edge completed. So now I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to use this skinny piece and put it even with the bottom, and it covers it. But you've got to be very careful and make sure this is right even with the bottom, or it's not going to work. You're going to have a space. Let me try this one. This is the same glue, it's just in a little bottle, so you only get a little bit at a time. All right, now this goes on even with that bottom. It cannot be any higher, or you're going to see green up there. As you can see, it just barely meets it. So there's that. Now I'm going to take this piece, and it goes on here like so. And I'm going to put it right about there. I should have made sure that was even. It is. Whew. Might not have been. All right, and then this piece goes right on top of it. All right. With a little space in between. Now, if you want some variety, flip it over and use the back side. You could use the back side here and here of that paper. And the back side is actually this. So you could have put this down here and this under here for some variety. I don't know if I would have used this color cardstock if you're going to do that. So just some ideas to give you some variety. Now we need some dimensionals, and then we've got to do our sentiment. Okay, dimensionals on the back, and I got to cut it. And I use yucky scissors to do my cutting of this kind of stuff, because I don't want to ruin, well, it's not that you would ruin it, but it does, gets your scissors all gunky. All right, now I'm going to take, and I'm just going to kind of curl these. And if you notice, I'm curling just one edge up. And I'm going to put that there. I'll do this one beforehand so I can show you a little bit better. But you take, I put my finger here, and then I just push up with that, with my other thumb. So you're curling the one side. It's just a different way to give it some interest. All right, and there we have it. And I'm going to add this one on there, and I'm going to kind of overlap them like so. And for my sentiment, a little hello, I'm going to stamp it in rich razzleberry, and I am again going to off stamp it. All right, let's see what we get. And I forgot to grab my punch for this one. Boy, I'm in bad shape today. I'm using the classic label punch, and I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to have this end here close to the end of the punch. Then I'm going to reinsert it. I hope you can see this. I'm going down in between where it punches, and I'm flipping it around. And I'm getting it as close to even as I can distance-wise. And I'm going to punch the other side. And that gives me that shape. And I need my dimensionals again. And I've hidden them. Where did I put them? Oh, there they are. All right, and I'm going to put a dimensional here, cut this in half, and add a dimensional here. All right, and if I take the backs off, make sure your sentiment's going the right way, and I'm going to put that right in the center there. And there it is. And don't forget to do the inside in the envelope. I told you this piece was 4 by 5 1/4. It is actually 3 1/2 by 5 1/4, so that it's, I forgot about this piece at the bottom, so I cut it down before I stamped it. If you like my project, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel using the button below. Leave me a comment. YouTube loves it, and so do I. Don't forget to join my Facebook group. I do a Facebook Live on Thursday evenings. Look for Creations in Paper at Facebook and join the group. If you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to help you out. Send me a message and we'll work it out. Have a great day.